Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. I'm here with Penny. We are starting off week 3 of her day train here at Paw Forward Dog Training. What we're going to be working on today is a little bit of drop it. Okay. So when she goes to pick something up, we have a couple of different items here. I'm going to ask for that drop it. All right. Drop. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Very nice. So she picked up that shoe. She picked up that sock. I asked for that drop. She was able to drop it right away. Excellent. That's exactly what we want. I gave that reinforcement. Now that she's learning, I'm giving that reinforcement right away. After a little bit of doing this, what we're going to start to do is ask for different behaviors before we're giving that reinforcement, because we don't want her to associate getting that reinforcement with going and picking up items that she shouldn't. So she has a stick out here. We've got a leash. She likes to pick up leashes. We've got a shoe. We've got a sock. And she's doing very well. She's sitting on her place exactly like she should. So I am going to give a little bit of that reinforcement. Now, I'm using higher value reinforcement in the beginning because she is a golden retriever. She likes to retrieve things, right? She likes to go pick things up. So it is going to be a little bit more challenging. When you have her out for a walk or something like that, what I recommend, if you're able to, if she has a toy that she really likes that you can have her carry during that leash walk, you can always do that if she's really struggling with that leash biting during your walks. She's been doing great with it here. She hasn't really been going after her leash too much. Every so often she will try. We tell her to drop or we tell her to leave it. If she's going for it, we're going to tell her to leave it. If she has it in her mouth already, we're going to tell her to drop it. Now, I used the e-collar once for that drop. Okay. Now she's sitting on place on her own. Good girl. Very nice. Just giving reinforcement right now for that good behavior. Now, drop it's tough because obviously we don't want her to pick up these items. But what I'm going to do, make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to kind of sit down and hang out a little bit, because a lot of times what our dogs tend to do is they want our attention. You know, we're not paying attention to them. They go and grab an item because they know it gets a reaction from us. They want that attention. They want that reaction. Then they're going to go and try to pick things up, right? So working on this at home going to be super important with her. You can tell she's learned a lot already. She is on her place. She's been working a lot on settling on place. That's going to be very helpful as well at home. Okay. Good girl. Very nice. Good job. You don't always have to give food reinforcement. You can give some attention. She really likes attention. She's very sweet. Good girl. Very nice. So she's just settling on place right now. It's good. She's not going for anything. That's excellent. Good girl. Now, if she was to go for these items, so she already picked up the shoe and the sock once. So if she was to keep going for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it back from her, ask her for that drop, and then I'm going to take it away, because I don't want her to, again, continue practicing that behavior. The more she practices the behavior, the more likely it's going to occur. That was a good girl. Very nice. So she looked over at that shoe, and then she actually just went onto place and settled instead. So I'm going to reinforce that. Very nice. Good girl. Good. But making sure that we're also capturing the moments when she's doing things that are good on her own, very important as well. Okay? Making sure we're letting her know she's doing the right thing. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Nice. Very good girl. Good job. So, when you get her home, I want you to work through this the same way. Again, I know it's challenging. She's not actually picking anything up right now because she has learned very quickly, right? She catches on very quickly. At home, when you get her into an environment where she's practiced these behaviors before, it might be a little bit more challenging, okay? So you're going to have to go through a little bit more of the training you just saw, asking for that drop. Now, what we don't want to do with drop it is we don't want to go up to the dog's mouth and yank whatever it is out of their mouth, okay? Because what that can actually do is that can cause resource guarding issues in the future. Okay, so we want to trade for something, right? So we're going to have them drop. But again, we don't want her to learn, I go pick things up, I get attention, right? Leave it. Good girl. So she went to go sniff that. She actually walked away. Now she's just sniffing around. Good girl. Very nice. Good. And now she came back to me. Very nice. Awesome. Good job. Good girl. But again, resource guarding. We don't want it to become a resource guarding issue, right? So there, she went to pick up that stick. I'm going to stand up. I have that leash on her. Sit. Good girl. So I didn't even have to use the e-collar that time. I just went up, stood up. She dropped it immediately. She went into that sit. Yes, good girl. That's exactly what we want to see. I can put her on place. Good. That's exactly what we want to see. Good girl. Drop. Yes, good girl. Come. Sit. Yes, good. So she's picked this up a couple of times now. I'm going to remove that item. She's not going to continue picking that up. Leave it. Good girl. Sit. Very nice. So there she went to sniff that stick again. I asked for that leave it. She came back to place. She went into a sit. That is perfect. That is exactly what we want to see. Now you'll notice when she had that sock and I asked for that drop, right? She eventually dropped it. Once it came out of her mouth, I marked that. I told her, good girl. And then I called her to me. I did a recall and then a sit. And again, that's because I don't want her to start learning. I go pick up items. I get reinforcement or reward for picking up those items. I want her to learn she's only getting that reinforcement or that thing that she wants because she's listening to what I am saying and doing the different commands that I'm saying. We don't want her to associate it to picking up an item. Good girl. Good. Very nice. But as I was saying with the resource guarding, we don't want to accidentally cause that. So we don't want to rip things out of our dog's mouth, right? So we want to have something to trade and then do some different behaviors and then give that reinforcement for those different behaviors. But she's doing really well. We have the stick out now that she was able to leave. We were able to do a couple of drops, so you were able to see a little bit of that. But she's doing an excellent job here. You guys have any questions on this at all? Let us know in the comments below. She's doing great, and we will see you on her next video this week.